Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I'll be doing an unboxing and flight test of the Eachine E186. This is the Bell 206 variant. Well, I guess this is the only variant of the E186. Alright, in the box we have a flight manual. Very important, I recommend you read it. You have 3 batteries. You're seeing 2 here, the third is in the helicopter. I would recommend a multi-headed USB Type-C cable to charge your batteries, so you can charge all 3 batteries at the same time. We have a baggie full of spares, main rotor blades, steel rotor blades, a screwdriver, and the USB Type-C cable. And we also have the helicopter. Helicopter looks very nice. Oh, before I forget, because this is a voiceover done after I did my successful flights, we have the transmitter. Transmitter, very light, cheap feeling. These switches which put you into manual mode, optical flow mode, which is a stabilization mode, and your one-click inverted. These usually are the trim tabs on other transmitters, and they kind of suck. You could press them in instead of clicking them from to left to right, up and down. You could press them in and they sound as if they actuate, but I have not tried actuating them while in flight. This transmitter takes 4 AA batteries. I popped in some rechargeable batteries in there because I hate throwing away dead batteries. Now to our very successful flight. Alright, so here we are with the Eachine E186. I actually did the maiden flight of this helicopter before, and that was kind of painful. Painful as in I did not know what I was doing, and I figure it's not going to be good for you guys watching to see me figuring it out. So I figured it out first, and then we're going to fly. I also read the manual again. Probably forgot, but yeah. So these buttons here. All right. So these buttons here, ooh, look at that, camera switching. I'm not a fan of them because you can either click them left or right to press them, or you can also push them in. Has a very cheap feeling to it. What I'll most likely be using, well, only be using, is the optical flow / manual mode. And I'm not a fan of flying scale helicopters inverted. This is a Bell helicopter. These don't fly inverted in real life, but I'll test that out, and then I'll test out the return to home. That's all I'll be testing. But these buttons here, ooh, this is a good spot for a thumbnail. Let me bring the helicopter. These buttons here, they click. You can press them in, and I don't know if they do left or right. So let's say the mode. If I click the button in, I'm not sure if it's clicking the mode or if it's clicking for inverted flight. Yeah, so first of all, let's turn the transmitter on. Okay, we have a blue light, and you turn on the helicopter by, okay, so I did not charge up this battery. You don't necessarily turn on the helicopter, you turn on the battery. Alright, so we have lights flashing here and lights flashing here. Alright, we have a green light, so we're solid. Let's crank this a bit more.
Sneak by before you take off.
Say again?
I'm gonna sneak by before you take off.
Oh, go ahead.
Good luck, happy flight.
Alright, thank you, man. Alright, down and out. Alright, we're armed. I was so sure the sheriff was going to give me some shit. I like PG County, man. I love it here. Alright, power. Oh, we armed and disarmed. So let's down and out again. And up. Up. There we go. Man, I really love PG County, man. PG County, Maryland, that's a place to be. Yo! Yo! All my interactions with law enforcement has been super positive. Guy actually wished me good luck. If only he knew how many times I've been crashing my airplanes. Alright, I'm just yawing. Literally just yawing. And this is what I noticed the first time I took off. When I yaw to the right, the helicopter also flies to the right. Alright, let's click it up into this optical flow mode. Okay, I think we are in optical flow. Because I clicked it up and nothing happened. It didn't move. Alright, that's right. That's left. I hate yawing to the right. The whole is supposed to stay in place and just yaw. I think that's the optical flow. Look, we're just floating all about. Alright, let's go into manual mode. I'll click it down. Alright, let's yaw. Okay, yeah, this is definitely manual mode because we're going all over the place. Surprisingly, the wind is coming from our left. And the helicopter is going all over the place. Okay, maybe not. Optical flow. Turn it towards us. Come back just a little bit. Good gravy, I could barely see it. I need a camera operator. That's what I need. Either a camera operator or a gimbal that can automatically track the helicopter or whatever I'm flying. Oh, that's beautiful. Nice and scale. Alright. Get some coordinated turns going. Now this helicopter here, I'm guessing this is a 183 size helicopter. Because when you get helicopters, the number, let's say my K110, that 110 is the main rotor diameter, I believe. Okay, what's that, low battery? Yeah, that's probably low battery. So let's bring her down. Yeah, I prefer flying, well, I prefer to have a bigger helicopter. All right, let's switch out the battery. Actually, before we switch out the battery, let's see what that beeping would be. Oh! Continuous beeping from the remote control during flights. Aircraft voltage is low, triggering a level 1 alarm. Replace the AA batteries in the remotes. So if the aircraft voltage is low, why would I have to replace the batteries in the remote? Maybe that's an English, an error in translation. So let's turn this off. All right, and yep. All right. Wait for that solid green light. There we go. Oh, I almost forgot to take my thumbnail photo. Alright, let's straighten out these blades. I'll just grab a screenshot from the video. That's the thumbnail. Yeah, buddy. Perfect. Alright, down and out. Alright, that was a little unenthusiastic. I almost want to try the inverted flight, but honestly, not a fan. Whee! Whee! Awesome. Awesome sauce. Woo. Yeah, this is a great size helicopter, meaning you can see it. You can actually see it. My smaller K-10. I really don't like flying that helicopter because it's a small pro helicopter. Not a fan of pro helicopters being so small. Because let's say I go inverted, I really don't like flying this close to me. But I guess I'm doing that because the camera might not see it. Yeah, so the smaller helicopter, I want to fly it like away from me and do tricks and whatnot. But since it's small, I can't see it if it goes too far. So I prefer to fly the big helicopter, a bigger helicopter like my X380, which is a 380 size helicopter, 380 being the main rotor diameter. Yeah, but this is a perfect size. You can definitely see the orientation with that white LED in the nose, and there's a red one in the tail, which it's kind of hard to see, but the white LED, you definitely see it when it's coming directly towards you. All right, let's go up high, and I want to try this inverted button. Hopefully we're still seeing it. And is this 5 meters? Let's slide to the left. This has got to be 5 meters, right? And nothing. All right, maybe let's go up a bit higher. Okay, it's not going higher than this. That is interesting. That's really, really interesting. This is almost foolproof because you're not going higher than this. That's interesting. So there's probably a barometer in there, or it's using I doubt it's using the optical flow for altitude hold, but it's not going higher than this. Look at this. Full up stick. It's not going higher than this. That's really interesting. So if you lose this helicopter, that means you run out of skill. Or you hit something. And this is not a toy grade helicopter. Toy grade meaning that it's fixed pitch. With fixed pitch helicopters, the pitch of the blades of the main rotor stays the same. Only your throttle changes. That would have been like my Havoc heli and like a cheap 3-channel helicopter you would find in the mall. This here is collective pitch, meaning that the pitch changes. So your propellers your main rotors are spinning at a constant speed. And to climb and descend, it is the pitch of the main rotors that are changing, which is super, which is super hobby grade, and it also teaches like a casual observer how helicopters work. This also kind of demystifies emergency procedures on helicopters, because people think, oh, if the helicopter shuts off, it'll just fall to the ground. No, you can change the pitch, do negative pitch, keep the propeller, the main rotors spinning, and just before you hit the ground, you increase the pitch, increasing lift, and arresting your fall or retarding your fall, retarding your descent. Pretty cool, man. All right, this is as high as we go. So do I, oh, let's see, pitch and, see, pitch, oh, I have to go into manual mode, I believe. Manual mode, this mode, and see, forward, forward, forward. Nope. Yeah, manual mode is just walking away from me. Let's turn it back towards me. Maybe I should go over here, because the green background is kind of throwing me off. The green background on the dark colored helicopter is kind of throwing me off. So let's see, manual, to do this inverted, manual mode, click it to the side. Oh, we go much higher in manual mode. So if you hand the controls to someone, maybe keep it in optical flow mode. Yeah, you definitely can lose the helicopter in this mode. Let's see, click it back into optical flow, automatically descends. Descends to a manageable altitude. That's what's up. That is what's up. All right, I'm sure I'm going to put on screen how to get the helicopter to fly inverted. I don't think I want to, because this is a scale helicopter. I am more interested in trying to fly the helicopter and do turns, coordinated turns, without losing speed. So in the optical flow mode, this is as fast as it goes. Look at that. That's as fast as it goes, and okay, wait, that was pretty good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so I guess it can go a bit faster. If I do laps, it'll probably get super, super fast. Yeah, I think I want to focus on precision landing and maintaining velocity in turns. You see, I turned, basically bled off all my airspeed. Coordinated turns, man. Those are what you want to do. Yeah, that was uncoordinated. Okay, so we have low voltage warning from the helicopter now, and that LED in the nose is blinking. Oh, we might run through all 3 batteries. All right, let's bring her down. This is definitely a heli I'll be flying in stabilized mode a lot. All right. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to now cut the video, and in the next flight we're going to fly inverted probably. Alrighty, before I forget to show you guys, so this is how you put the helicopter into inverted flight. I need to switch this over for high rudder volume state. That's how they describe it. Switch down into manual mode and switch to the right over here. Hold it for 2 seconds. Oh my god, do we have the right white balance? Yeah, we should be fine. The transmitter's looking rather brown. I'll change the white balance in post. Anyways, we'll hold this switch to the right for 2 seconds to enter the inverted mode, and then we'll go hua hua, and it should flip. So let's try that. Take off. This is a fresh battery, the last battery. I reposition the main camera. So we should see it here. Yeah. Alright, fly the helicopter. Oh look, they're birds. So I also read in the manual that the optical flow mode limits the altitude to 8 meters. So that's good to know, I guess. Alright, so large rudder volume state, manual mode, hold it for 2 seconds, and let's go forward, 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 and nothing. Left, right, nothing. Nope. Okay, so we're definitely in manual mode. It's a pity these well, I guess it doesn't make sense to trim it when the wind is not exactly calm. Alright, so let's switch it over to the right. We're in manual mode. And nope, still nothing. Alright, I think that's fine. Okay. Let's switch it to the left instead. Just waiting on the helicopter to naturally come back. That is weird. It's just flying straight back. Or maybe we're not high enough. We should be high enough. Alright. Let's try this again. Click H. Holy shit. Okay, so we weren't. Holy shit, we are inverted. And now the helicopter, the controls remain the same. Inverted, so let's see if we can. Alright, we are right side up. Put back the optical flow. And we're going to bring it back. That was terrifying. Good lord, that was terrifying. So I was too low in that case. I was not high enough. So I went high. I clicked over to the left. We were in manual mode. I press and hold to go into the inverted mode. And I just went whoop whoop. And it flipped over. It's weird that I had to go into the inverted mode again to flip again. Let's see, can my main camera even see the helicopter? It should. I'm not seeing it in the screen. Let's bring it down. Yeah, that's weird. I'm not seeing it at all. I'm sure in the edit I'll see the helicopter in the main camera. Surely the main camera can see the helicopter now. Okay, I think there's something wrong with me. Because I definitely do not see. Or maybe the focus is off. There we go. Now I see the helicopter. Alright, we will not be going inverted again. But at least I demonstrated us going inverted. Maybe I should zoom in some. Yeah, alright. That's our thumbnail, I guess. No, I like holding the aircraft for the thumbnail. Wow. Wow. Alright, let's do some flybys in in the optical flow stabilization mode. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. Somehow I doubt the camera was focusing on the helicopter just now. We were super close. Let's bring it in a bit closer. Yeah. All right. Let's zoom out on the camera. Whee! And we're off. Ooh, we almost ate shit just now. And actually, helicopters don't go. Helicopters go. All right, this is it. So I'll definitely keep my C123. That's for indoor flights. This is more convenient. The C123 I think uses USB. Oh, if you want this has 3 batteries that charge with USB Type-C. Definitely get a USB-A to 3 USB-Cs. I have one at home, so you can charge up all 3 batteries at the same time. I'm going to put up a picture right here on screen. Ta-da! And this is what you should get. I'll also link it in the description so that if you guys want to pick this up with the 3 batteries, you have a USB cable that can charge 3 batteries at once. Yeah, man. This is super dope. I wish I had friends that I could bring and be like, hey, you want to fly a helicopter? Because that would be a sweet video. Can a beginner learn to, how fast can a beginner fly this helicopter? And I have like somebody who never flew any type of RC airplane before. Or I have my mom. My mom tried to fly the helicopter. She probably would not because she has a very low attention span. She'll be like, oh, what does this do? Oh, what does this do? Oh, what does this do? I'm like, mommy, don't touch any of the buttons. She'll be like, no, I want to touch the button. What does this do? What was that? Is that? Oh, okay. So the battery on my Insta360 has died. Probably. I think that's what that sound is. So we're gonna fly. We're gonna use the main camera. Let's do zone. Okay, so I'm looking at I'm flying from the back of the screen, and I believe the helicopter is not in focus. That's alright, this is the end of the video anyway. Alright, let's bring it into land. Okay, it did that by itself. I was trying to figure out if I have to push the auto land button, but it just landed itself. So yeah, that's it. Alright guys, that was my flights, my 3 flights, well, 3 that you have seen, and that's my review of this helicopter. It's nice, it's alright, it's pretty cool, it's pretty cool. Wouldn't recommend this for like someone who's just starting off. Definitely recommend this as like your second helicopter. Let's zoom out. Oh, this lens is mad dusty. Yeah, I would recommend this as a second helicopter. I would recommend the C123 as your first helicopter. This could be your second helicopter, and then you can go on to bigger and better. I like it, I like it. Just 2 concerns. The manual, the English on the manual is it's kind of difficult to understand. Like the terminology that they use is kind of difficult to understand. And what else? Oh, I wish I could get this body in a blank body, as in an unpainted body, because I want to do like a custom livery for this helicopter, and I've never painted a model before, and when I do, I don't want to mess up. So I want them to make like unpainted bodies and sell unpainted bodies, so I could buy 2 or 3 of them and do custom liveries. Yeah, this is super dope. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll leave this, and I'll leave the USB Type-C cable in the description down below. So be sure to check those out, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.